Next up, we got when a teen killer is excited to reenact his crime. Hey, now we got some more Explore with us. Hey, Explore with us if you watching this video. I love you. You know what I'm saying? I love your content. You know what I'm saying? No sus. No sus. No sus. No sus. But look though. I decided I'm gonna start doing more of these like these type of videos like every week. Cause I know Explore does drop every week. I don't know if he drops every week or every couple of days, but he's pretty consistent, not gonna lie. Definitely pretty consistent. I definitely know I'm not reacting to all this whole video right now. It's 53 minutes long. So yeah, this is what I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna start dropping it like every week, you know what I'm saying? Cause I still gotta feed y'all criminal psychology, bro. I can't abandon y'all, you know what I'm saying? So hey, let's see what it is time. Bye.
Do anymore, so I just snapped. See if I grab his head, boom, pull the bolt back. I'm thinking, how fast am I gonna run? I was like, if anyone in that house deserved it, I did. He just dropped, and I heard blood just pouring out of his head. He's assaulted me before. He's done so many different things wrong to me. My grandma looks over and she's like, what's going on? Boom.
Hey, this is an emergency. We noticed a window off the side, and one person went in and looked and discovered a body.
Okay, do you know who it is?
Yes, Janet and Rick Sweet.
On May 13th, 2012, the family of Rick and Janet Sweet made a horrific discovery at the couple's home in Manchester, Iowa. They had no idea the dark secrets that were soon to be uncovered. But in this twisted case, it was the police who were left shocked at the admissions of a too-honest killer, a killer who you will hear from in an exclusive, never-before-heard interview. The relatives of Rick and Janet Sweet had planned to celebrate Mother's Day, as was their yearly tradition. But as the family approached the house that day, they instantaneously felt that something was very wrong. This feeling was confirmed when they knocked on the door and no one answered. Immediately, they noticed that one of the windows had been...
Bro, you gotta chill with the edits, bro. I get it, bro. You're a good editor, bro, but chill, bro. Because this is the reason why I didn't used to watch this back in the day, bro. My mama, bro, because if y'all don't know, bro, I mean, y'all don't know because I never told y'all. But my mama is literally into this stuff, bro. All these killer crime and all these type of stuff, bro. Literally, bro, she's into all this, bro. Scary movie, she loves all that stuff. So as a kid... You know what I'm saying? Me just being an honest CT as a little, you know what I'm saying? Running around the house being bad. She tried to sit me down and, you know, like a little family night or whatever. She trying to watch this stuff. And I used to be so scared, bro. Especially when you're watching Chucky or any things like this. I used to be so scared because I would be like, bro, is this going to happen to me? Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like this going to happen to me, bro. That little sound effect literally just brought me back so much,
simultaneously felt that something was very wrong. This feeling was confirmed when they knocked on the door and no one answered. Immediately, they noticed that one of the windows had been shattered, but in no way could they predict the gruesome findings that lay inside.
Wow.
Peering through the broken glass, they glimpsed a horrifying sight. Rick and Janet were inside, both in pools of blood on their couch, murdered in their own home. Shocked and in a panic, a call to 911 was quickly made.
There is certainly a body inside, and I noticed a gunshot through the window, and so rather than go in and explore, we're calling you.
But a burning question lingered in the air. Who could have committed such an evil act? The horror of the discovery was made all the worse as the investigation began. Rick and Janet's family members quickly informed the police that there was one person still unaccounted for, the couple's 17-year-old grandson, Isaiah Sweet, who lived in the home with them. Fearing that he may have met a similarly grisly end, authorities began looking for the missing teen, but they never could have imagined what they would uncover when they finally caught up with Isaiah. On May 14th, the day after the bodies were found, Isaiah was finally located in Cedar Rapids after previously driving 75 miles to Iowa City. Apparently, the teenager was spotted walking towards a park and was quickly pursued by nearby officers. Isaiah seemingly tried to outrun them, but quickly surrendered once he heard the sound of police dogs on his trail. Now knowing that no harm had come to Isaiah, at least not the kind that his grandparents had suffered, the police were eager to hear if he had any insight into the horrific crime. He was promptly brought in for an interview. You'll notice that Isaiah is in handcuffs, and you'll soon understand why.
Put those things off you. Probably feel a little bit better.
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna be good with me, right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
The detective offers to remove Isaiah's handcuffs as a gesture of goodwill and to try and build positive rapport with him. This also serves the purpose of removing the constant reminder that Isaiah is in police custody, which may help him feel more comfortable.
Why don't we shut this thing for privacy, okay?
Yes, sir.
Grab some of that food, okay, Isaiah? Isaiah, since we haven't officially met, hey, my
Nice to
name's
meet you.
Scott Rieger. Okay, I'm an agent with the Iowa DCI. I am a police officer. I never don't look like it, but I figure this is a little bit more comfortable for me. So,
After this, is there any way I can go to the hospital for this? I cut it open on a rusty fence, and
Absolutely.
I'm pretty sure
Absolutely.
I'm worried about tetanus.
yep, nope, absolutely.
Isaiah isn't being interviewed in a typical interrogation room, but instead is in what appears to be the detective's office. This isn't
Why is it so nice though? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, why is it so nice?
ideal
I mean, I understand. Obviously, they want to get him comfortable so he can tell himself. Obviously,
as there
but like, they don't do this to everybody. You know what I'm saying? They literally had food. First of all, he's not in an interrogation office. Then he has food. Or me personally, I'm not eating that food. If I was a teenager, I wouldn't eat the food. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, bro, y'all being too nice, bro. This probably poisons food or something. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't
There
know.
are numerous distractions that will be a constant reminder of where he is.
I'm going to show you this here. This is called a statement of rights and acknowledgement
Pop.
waiver,
You
okay?
got pop, cookies. What is this? A whole full course meal? You gave him Thanksgiving dinner and shit?
Right to remain
It's
silent.
true.
Anything I say can and will be used against
Yep.
me in a court of law. Right to an attorney if I cannot afford one will be appointed to me.
You've got those things down already,
Yes, sir.
don't you? Okay, let me read these to you. Is that all right?
All right.
All right.
Isaiah may be trying to show off or appear smart by reciting his Miranda rights. However, all he's done is prove that he's quite familiar with the criminal justice process, possibly due to past encounters with police. Regardless, it's the detective who must read Isaiah his Miranda rights, and he agrees to continue talking without a lawyer being present.
Go ahead. Now down. When was the last time you had something to eat?
4 days ago.
You haven't eaten anything in 4 days? Right. And we got more food, so if you wallow that stuff down, you want to keep going, we've got more food, we can keep it
Damn,
coming.
you guys make me feel like I
Okay.
didn't do anything wrong.
Why do you say that?
Well, let's put it like this. I'm not going to be lying to you guys about anything you ask me.
And I appreciate that.
No problem.
Okay?
Isaiah appears to be taken off guard by the warm treatment from the detective, especially when it comes to being offered additional food. This puts the detective in a very good position, and Isaiah may be more inclined to give him the information he wants to continue to receive this kind of treatment.
They're not going to take this from me, are they?
What is it?
This is a real Rolex.
Okay, where'd you get that from?
I found it in a hopeless tent.
Down there?
Yeah, in CR.
Okay, we'll just keep it up there and we'll probably deal with that later.
Cops. There was like 4 or 5 cops. And
In Cambridge?
Yep.
Okay.
Looking for me.
Okay.
And one of them came up to me, started talking to me, asked if I knew where I was. And I was like, no.
So he
I
didn't
don't even-
recognize you
Yeah, I
at
was
all?
like, no, I don't even know where
come
he's
on,
at. Like, I had my hair back to here,
Now, what would have been one of the reasons you were pulling your hair back?
trying to not be seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
At first, he was asking if I saw the other cops, and I was like, nope. And then he was like, do you know who Isaiah Sweet is? And I was like, no idea.
Not a clue who that is. What are you thinking the whole time he's asking that?
I'm thinking, how fast am I going to run? As soon as he walks away from me.
What I want you to do right now is just kind of relax. Go ahead, eat that food, kind of mound down. Like I said, I want to kind of start and kind of walk back through some things first.
All right.
Okay?
More than anything, I want to know what the brought me to what I did, what's wrong with me.
Sure. Then, you know,
Like, I'm about to start bawling.
okay. Hey, Isaiah, if you cry, that's totally fine, man. I respect that. Okay? You're up.
I want to go back so bad.
How come?
Because I loved him.
All right. So number one, you know what I'm saying? You know, we've seen a lot of videos on this channel, you know what I'm saying, with these killers and stuff like that. First things first, bro. It's other alternatives, you know what I mean, than killing them. It's definitely other alternatives. You say you love them, so I don't think someone who loves somebody that much will kill them. I never heard of that before. I never heard of that. You know what I'm saying? Now, I know I seen this in the beginning. It said something about they did something to him or something like that. But even with that, it's like, why don't, if you love them, all you gotta do is call the police or call whatever. You know what I mean? That's all you have to do. So, like I said, other alternatives, bro. So that's not an excuse. That's number one. That's not an excuse.
So much. They didn't deserve that.
But
How
you
come they
did
didn't
it.
deserve it?
If anyone in that house deserved it, I did.
But
More
you
than
did
anyone.
it. As he drinks his fucking free
Take your
meal
time,
he's
brother.
got.
They raised me since I was 4, and I would fade a bunch.
Hey, yo.
Janet and Rick had taken custody of Isaiah when he was just 4 years old, due to their daughter's inability to care for him.
Wow,
Stacy
bruh.
Sweet, Isaiah's mother, had
And
allegedly
it always be the people who be so nice that they don't deserve it. It always be them people, bro. It always be them people.
suffered from substance abuse and could no longer support her young son.
Wow.
But her
bruh.
parents were more than willing to take him into their home. Immediately, Isaiah will answer one of the questions looming over the investigation. But even with this reveal, there are even more disturbing questions left to be uncovered.
When you say what happened that night at the house, what happened?
Shot both of them.
Okay. What'd you shoot him with, Isaiah?
An assault rifle.
An assault rifle? You remember what it looks like?
Black.
Okay. What,
Black, bolt action, 10 or more round clip. It's Czechoslovakian,
Okay.
AR-15.
Okay. Okay. It takes a lot to admit that, Isaiah. Okay. That's not an easy thing to do. Okay, and Isaiah,
I'm not
this
gonna
is...
play dumb with you.
Okay, and I appreciate that.
Although Isaiah has just admitted to killing his grandparents, the detective so desperately wants to get to the bottom of how this horrific crime came to be. In doing so, he ensures that there is nothing preventing Isaiah from answering any question that may be thrown his way.
How you feeling, right? I mean, you're with me right
I
now,
feel
right?
like I don't really know like much, but
Okay, well, let me ask you this, Isaiah. You understand who I am.
yes, sir.
You understand I'm a police officer.
Yes, sir.
You understand that the guys who brought you up here, why they had to
Yes,
find
sir.
you, okay, and they brought you up there. There's nothing medically right now that's preventing you to talk to me,
No, sir.
right? But you understand the questions I'm asking you right now, okay? There's no question that you're not smart enough to handle these
I'm
questions.
extremely intelligent.
Okay. And you know what? I get that. I think you
I
are.
just make stupid choices.
Yeah. And sometimes we do, Isaiah. Look at me.
I'm never gonna be able to go back on it.
No. And that's, you know what, Isaiah, part of this is that what you're doing today by telling me the whole truth as far as what happened, not only what's leading up to it, but what happened during it. I know it's going to be tough to walk through, but we need to do that, okay? And then we need to talk about what happened afterwards, okay? All the details we need with this is your chance to start healing yourself on the inside. Walk me through Friday. What's going on Friday? Walk me through the time you wake up on Friday morning. We'll kind of walk through that.
Friday.
When someone's gaze drifts to the left after they're asked a question, this generally indicates that there is some inner dialogue going on in their head. This doesn't necessarily mean they're being deceptive. However, detectives will take note
See,
of
I
that.
don't think he's gonna lie though. I think he's gonna tell the whole truth like he said. But I don't know, bro. The nigga, like, I feel like he wanted people that just don't give a fuck. Like, he wanna know, he just don't care. Like, what the outcome is, he just don't care. He just gonna do it, kill his grandparents, cry about it a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Then go about his life, bro, after he get in jail.
He sat at home on house arrest all day.
Okay,
And
were
then-
Grandpa and Grandma home?
He was on house arrest?
And then I went down to the basement. There's a door that goes into the garage from the basement. I went up to the garage and then into their room, took the assault rifle out of their room. And then I loaded it with 10 bullets, walked up the stairs, took like a point like this, had earmuffs on and everything. I took a point like this, stepped up one stair so I could see my grandpa's head. Boom, pulled the trigger back, pulled the bolt back, shot my grandpa twice in the head.
Where was your grandpa sitting?
What?
They were both sitting on the couch.
Okay.
Bro, think he playing Fortnite.
And where were you at?
I was on the stairs coming up,
Like coming up from that landing? Okay, because I've heard, I haven't been inside your house, but you know, some of the guys were up there the other day and they're kind of going through it.
hollow point assault rifle rounds. And then
Okay.
I went up to him and I just broke down, started crying. I told him how much I loved him.
Apparently, the teenager was heading down a tumultuous path filled with partying, substance abuse, and rebellious behavior. During his high school years, Isaiah had supposedly begun to fraternize with a crowd of older kids, where he used substances such as marijuana and methamphetamine. Along with this, he allegedly possessed severe learning disabilities, making his education all the tougher to accomplish. Unfortunately, this only led to further issues, as Isaiah dropped out of high school at the age of 16.
What?
It seemed that after this, the unruly teen's dangerous actions were beginning to manifest at home. During the course of the last year leading up to the horrendous crime, Janet and Rick had called the police 18 separate times on account of Isaiah's unpredictable nature. On one occasion, that in hindsight would foreshadow the events that followed, Isaiah threatened to kill his grandfather and hurt his grandmother, along with burning the house down. On September 8, 2011, police once again made their way to the infamous house to try and stop the emerging incident. They instructed Isaiah to calm down, but instead of
Why didn't nobody take him to the what's-her-face though? Nobody thought up to take him to the what's it called? I forgot what it's called, bro. For the kids that be bad, not the kids that be bad though, because I know it's juvenile, but he ain't do nothing bad though. He just threatened. He gotta actually do some committing crime to go to juvenile. But it's another thing that they foster care. Like why don't they just take him to foster care? I mean I know the parents gotta give him up, right? They gotta like sign up documents to actually give him over. But if your teen is threatening to kill you and hurt you, like that's enough for me to like, bro, bye. Like what the fuck? You already dropped out of high school. You already hanging out with the wrong crowd. You know what I mean? You already set up to do something stupid. In the next couple years, next couple months, next couple weeks, next couple days, you set up to do something stupid, bro. You gonna be sniff or take some meth. I don't know how you take meth. You shoot it in your
of obeying the command, the angry teenager retaliated by going at his grandparents once more, before being handcuffed and placed on a couch.
bro.
It's reported that once calm, Isaiah was informed that he would be charged if the officers had to return to the house. Numerous other encounters consisted of the same nature: violence, substance use, and threats. At one point, Isaiah was supposedly threatening Rick and Janet so much that they wanted him to be placed in foster care.
Thank you.
But they were promptly notified that this wasn't an option,
What?
as Isaiah's mother would have to be the one to take him in, which the grandparents did not want. On April 11th, 2012, the most recent call to the police was made due to the fact that the teenager was using a lighter and aerosol to make a blowtorch inside the house.
What is wrong with this, bro? This dude is bro. This is why I don't take drugs, bro. Don't ever do drugs, kids. Never do drugs. Now, it's okay, you know what I'm saying, do a little weed, you feel me? Because weed is not terrible. It affects everybody differently. But weed is not terrible. But when it comes to doing meth and pills and, like, man-made drugs, I still say that. Man-made drugs. Because weed is not a man-made drug. It's grow out the fucking ground. So all these man-made drugs, that's what you don't need to be taking. You feel me?
When police arrived,
Blowtorch
Janet
in the
insisted
house,
that
bro,
rather than
playing too
arresting
much Call of
Isaiah,
Duty, bro. Way too much Call of Duty.
she simply wanted him under control. The officers helped to calm the situation before they left without incident. Another call to law enforcement occurred when the grandparents suspected that Isaiah had been using illegal substances, which was confirmed once a search discovered a marijuana pipe within the residence. Despite the history of police calls, Isaiah tells a very different story of this turbulent period in his life, and you'll hear it all for yourself.
I've tried to kill myself every single night since it happened.
Take your time, man.
Cat, bro.
It's possible that Isaiah is seeking attention or sympathy from the detective.
I just want to know what's wrong with me.
Well, would you agree that there's nothing wrong with you, Isaiah? Would you agree with me on that? From this standpoint, Isaiah, look at me, okay? Okay? I don't think that there's anything wrong with you.
I'm just going to prison for the rest of my life.
Well, Isaiah, let's not focus on that right now. Let's focus on getting past this thing right now as far as what happened,
Not
okay?
focus on that.
If you can focus on those details with me, okay, we'll worry about all that other stuff later. Okay? You're a normal, smart kid, right?
No.
Okay, you're nodding your head at me, yes, all right? And I've spent the last 2 days with a bunch of our other agents. We've been talking to people that know you. I haven't heard one person that said, you know what, that guy's a moron. You're a smart guy. Okay, would you agree with me?
Mind me asking?
Oh, we've talked to all your friends, okay? People that used to know you from school, okay? And Isaiah, the story that they're telling us is that you're a pretty smart kid. Would you agree?
Really
Yeah,
intelligent.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't think that there's anything
I took an
wrong.
ACT pre-set stick out of 32.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. But you agree with me? There's nothing wrong with you, right?
See, he one of them niggas that he one of them people that cause if y'all don't know, bro, there's certain people in life, like they're really big headed. You know what I'm saying? So some people like, okay, let me just put it in perspective. So like, say with women, for example, right? All my men out there. When it comes to girls, some girls have insecurity issues. You know what I mean? You can't really joke with them too much. You feel me? Because they gonna actually get hurt. And then other girls, like say if like really beautiful, you can't really tell them that they're beautiful because they hear that from everybody. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta tell them like, oh yeah, you smart. You feel me? Because they don't hear that type of compliment all the time. So he's one of them people who he's really big about being intelligent, but he's really not. Honestly, you're not, bro. Because if you was, you wouldn't do the shit you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Just
You
whatever
wouldn't do the
came
shit
over me other than that, though.
Okay.
The detective may be trying to confirm that there is nothing wrong with Isaiah that could potentially indicate that he was not in his right mind when he committed the murders. At the same time, it's possible that he's flattering Isaiah about his intelligence as a way to build rapport.
Let me ask you about this. I think you mentioned that you went downstairs into the basement. Which did you go for first? Did you go for the rifle or did you go for the ammunition? Walk me through that.
Okay. When I went downstairs, first, I was just gonna hit them both in the head with a bat.
Okay.
So it wouldn't be so messy, you know. Wouldn't be gunshot from an extremely loud assault rifle.
Sure. What's going through your mind
And
when you're making that choice?
When I came up right behind my grandpa when he was washing dishes with a bat in my hand. I put it right behind his head. Came back like this, and I couldn't do it.
That night?
Yeah.
Okay. Did he notice you were back
Nope.
there?
And I came up behind him about 15 different times, and he didn't notice me once.
What about your grandma?
Nope.
Emotionally, it would be much more difficult to kill someone with an object like a bat or knife. It would most likely take numerous strikes to actually kill the victim,
Right.
so the perpetrator would see their facial expressions and reactions as they were attacked. This may have been part of the reason why Isaiah chose a murder weapon that would almost guarantee a quick finish.
Right.
It also creates physical distance between the perpetrator and the victim, making it easier to carry out the act.
Right.
Okay. Where was grandma at?
She was out in the room.
What was she doing? She was sleeping. Okay.
The gunshot woke her up.
Okay. The gunshot when you shot your grandpa?
She didn't know what to do. She looked over at her husband. His brain was hanging out of his head. Like, I'm not even being exaggerative at all.
Sure, and I wasn't up there.
Like, this whole part of his head right here was gone. And then my grandma's right here, all that was gone.
Okay. Did when you, and we're kind of getting away from that. I know we're going to do that. Okay. Go ahead and take a bite of your sandwich. It'll kind of help calm you down a little bit too. When you went down to go you went and got the ammo first, right? Or you went and got
I went, got the gun. Okay, this was after I had beat out with the bat.
Okay.
Went, got the assault rifle, brought it down in the basement, got in the ammo box, it's in the basement. There's over 30,000 rounds for
And
that.
that's why you don't let your kids know where all the fuck your shit is at. You know what I'm saying? And even if you don't let them know and they find out by yourself, that's why you hide it. A good hiding spot.
Assault rifle in there.
Does he keep his ammo down there? So you knew his ammunition was downstairs. Yep. Okay. Does he keep it under lock and key or?
Nope.
Okay. So you knew that you'd
Yep.
have free access to it. Okay. And so what did you do next?
Got the hollow point rounds because I knew they'd do the most damage.
When asked by the detective why he chose the hollow points, Isaiah states that he didn't want his grandparents to go through any pain, indicating that he didn't intend to injure or maim them, but in fact clearly wanted them to die.
So you knew that the solid ones, they might have lived through those.
Yep.
Okay.
And
you didn't want that.
Yeah. But what shot my grandpa, he just dropped, and I heard blood just pouring out of his head. My grandma looks over and she's like, "What's going on?" Boom. Shot right there, grazed her head, and she was still moving, so I shot her right here through her
Okay.
head.
How close were you, Isaiah?
I could have made the shot from 300 yards. I'm an amazing shot, but I was probably only 10, 15 feet.
You see this dude, bro got all this damn. I could have did it from 300 yards, but I didn't want to be that sweet. I just only for 10, 15 feet away. Like, bro, come on, bro. Like, he got all this damn self confidence. Yeah, dumb as hell.
Feet away.
You think he's so smart? Yeah, dumb as hell.
If that.
Okay.
No, honestly, from the barrel of the gun to my grandpa's head, 6, 8 feet.
Next, the detective asks Isaiah why he wasn't able to go through with using the bat as the murder weapon.
Why'd you stop? Why didn't you use the bat?
Bring myself to put them through any sort of pain.
Okay. And I think you mentioned it would have been too messy too, right?
No, I didn't want it to be messy.
Okay.
That's why I wanted to do it with a bat.
Okay.
The fuck?
Okay. Did you think the bat would be a cleaner way
Oh yeah,
to
much
kill him?
cleaner.
Okay. Had you done any research on the internet about this, or?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What kind of websites did you go to?
Let's put it like this. I was typing in best ways to kill somebody and all this And if I would have waited one more day, I would have killed them the cleanest way possible.
Which is what?
Nicotine poisoning.
And Isaiah, you understand that these are your grandparents. You know that they're human beings, they're people, right?
Yeah.
You're nodding your head at me, yeah. Okay. Is there any particular time why you only shot Grandpa once?
Because I heard blood pouring out of his head like
So you
a
knew
fire hydrant.
You knew he was dead.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And why the 2 shots with Grandma?
She moved right after I shot her.
Okay. Did she look at you? Or did she say anything after you
She
shot
like
her?
twitched, and I thought maybe it's probably just the twitch they get after they die, where they just like excreate on themselves. Or
Sure.
whatever.
Yep, I know what you're talking about.
I just wanted to make sure because she was the only one that I actually cared about.
She was the only one that I actually cared about, yet he killed her. That's like saying, I love my girlfriend so much that I'm going to cheat on her. That makes sense, right? In his logic, that makes sense. But yet you're so smart, though, right? You're so smart. You have all this confidence, right?
Okay. You think you were closer to your grandma than your grandpa? How long you been living with them?
Since I was 4.
Okay.
And honestly, I wish I would have myself that night.
How come?
Because they didn't deserve it, and I did.
When it's over, okay, and you know that did you check to see if they had a pulse? Did you check them at all?
My grandma's whole side of her face was blown off, and so it's
Okay.
his. So like his brain was like on the coffee
Okay.
table.
But you didn't go over
Yeah.
and just to double
I
check.
kissed both of them and then packed my left
Okay, why'd you kiss them?
because I love them.
Kissing his grandparents after killing them could be an indication that Isaiah may have had some sort of emotional response after all. But at the same time, he may be lying, as he would have likely gotten blood on his face or clothes, and he made no mention of changing before packing his bag and leaving. If he is lying, he may be trying to present himself to the detective as remorseful or caring. Furthering this, Isaiah then states that after he had committed the unthinkable acts, he prayed for forgiveness.
Bruh.
Did you pray for forgiveness because you knew what you did was wrong?
See, I think not going to this whole little debate and stuff like this about the, praying and stuff like that, because I know it's gonna be a very touchy subject for some people. But I feel like if you do some heinous crime, like killing your grandparents, then praying to forgive you, I know they say, oh, God can, no matter what sin you commit, you can be forgiven for all that. But I think that's bullshit, bro. No real God, right, is gonna be out here. You making like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, that just don't even sound like, you know what I'm saying? Why would you even want to praise a God like that, anyways? Let's be honest here. Somebody can kill their grandparents, basically go on a mass killing spree, then just forgive it all, you know what I'm saying, and just try to be the most cleanest person after that, after the fact. I don't think, like, that just sounds like, to me, like a cop-out. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Right away, I wanted to take it back. I don't know why I did it.
After that, you said you packed up some stuff and then you left. How much time did you spend in the house after they were shot?
Half an hour,
Okay.
Drove straight to Cedar Rapids, met up with my ex-girlfriend. There, threw the assault rifle out on 13.
Okay. On Highway 13,
Yep.
or?
Didn't see it on the way back, so.
Okay.
I figure if someone sees a really nice gun laying on the side,
They'll probably pick it up. Okay.
I'm surprised the police didn't find him for me.
Okay. Well, and we'll talk about that too. Okay.
somebody
This
stole
signals
a
that the
gun.
detective may already have knowledge regarding the murder weapon, and the police might even have it in their possession.
As you're getting stuff ready in the house, did you pick up any stuff? Take anything out?
This is the first time that there is a long pause prior to Isaiah responding. Long pauses are often associated with deception, especially if it's not typical of the person's speech patterns. When he finally gathers his thoughts, Isaiah states that he took his TV, knives, hydrocodone pills, and $9 from his grandparents after killing them.
Bruh.
He goes on to describe what he did following the crime, which shockingly consisted of going to numerous parties with friends.
Are you wearing the same clothes that you were wearing Friday night?
Yes, sir.
So these are the same clothes that
Yes, sir.
you shot
Cops took
Grandpa
all
and
my
Grandma?
clothes. That's in the impound.
Okay. Well, are these the clothes that you were wearing when you shot your Grandpa and Grandma?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is there any blood on them?
From my finger.
Okay. What happened to your finger? Oh, from that. But I mean from your.
Oh,
Grandpa and
actually, I was wearing sweatpants and no shirt when I shot him.
Grandma? Okay. Where's
Because I didn't want to get blood on these jeans or the shirt.
Because they're nice jeans.
There's no blood on anything. I made sure I didn't get any sort of DNA from either of them on me.
Okay.
My question is, why do you care if you get any DNA on them, or because you're not running? People do that if you're like trying to get away with the crime, right? Isn't that what people do? You don't want to get with a DNA on a gun. You wear gloves when you shoot them and stuff like that, because you don't have fingerprints on a gun. You know what I'm saying? You clean the whole mess up. You don't want to make it messy, so you can clean it up. No blood. So when the police come and they check and see who did it, or can they find some fingerprints or some blood or any type of DNA, they can't find any. That's what a killer's thinking in his head. But you are actively just giving all the information out, so you might as well just kill them and then went to the police. Why did you even run in the first place? Why even run?
This is a direct contradiction to his previous confession of kissing his grandparents after having shot them.
Wow.
If his claim of not wanting to get any blood or DNA on him is true, then he probably wouldn't have physically touched the victims.
Right.
Where did the blood go when you shot him?
Everywhere. Like, blood. Everywhere. Chunks of... Like, the house is massive. And there was, like, points where it's like, here's the couch.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, let's go to the kitchen 15 feet away, and there's a chunk of this big laying in there.
Can you go look at it?
Yeah.
What did you think?
I picked it up and I looked at it, and I could see it was for my grandma.
Didn't that freak you out a little bit? Kinda.
I was like, oh, well, I'm a psychotic murderer anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
But you're not psychotic. I know you're not psychotic.
People often think that any murderer is psychotic, when in actuality, psychotic refers to a specific set of symptoms which may or may not be present in a killer. Psychotic generally refers to psychosis, which involves someone losing touch with reality. A person with psychosis may have hallucinations or delusions and is unable to distinguish between real life and the world inside their head.
Right.
Isaiah hasn't reported any symptoms of psychosis, and he appears to be well aware of what he did, both at the time of the murders and now. The detective likely wants to put on record that Isaiah understands he was not psychotic when he killed his grandparents, so that it can be presented as evidence when the case goes to court.
I feel really good about myself being so compliant, though.
You should. I mean, and here's one of the things too, Isaiah. And I want to make sure that this is abundantly clear. Is that I know that as we talk through these things, don't embellish anything with me. Okay? You got to shoot me straight. Okay? I need to know.
Shoot me straight. He know how to do that. Hey, y'all let me know if y'all want part 2. I love y'all. We out.